The Order of the Light. There are many things that make the dark a dangerous place to tread, yet even the most cryptic of beings once had a predator to dread. The dark legends of old permeate this land, as we share them as a chilling tale and nothing more. Children of today do not know the dark times of the past, where lands were plagued with nightmare and gore. Evil covens of witches fulfilling man's darkest desire, as bands of vampires rampage through countryside and dorm. They had enough, our forefathers of this land. At church house they gathered, and an order was formed. They once stood as prey to those unseen beasts who slaughtered without care, so they swore this battle would be theirs, and not for their children to bear. The Order of Light, those who would stand against evil and put their lives on the line and defend against night. Those farmers shaped themselves into warriors as they boldly face against the darkness. This new order was ready for their fight. These warriors of light, they stood shoulder to shoulder as they were ready to bleed for what was right. After much delegation on one summer's evening, the light left astray and brought forth the shadow. A witch's coven would gather around a bonfire. They would die by a rain of arrows. Werewolves would chase what they think to be prey, only to be captured. There they would be held until human, then killed at midday. Monsters of darkness banded together and struck against man, slaughtering countryside and transforming many into beasts. Yet, for every one they would transform, 10 more they would lose as the order's opposition only increased. When the sun went down, it was no longer a sight of fear as man had light in his hands. After many years of culling and purges, finally many of the beasts had been driven from our lands. Although now they have drifted to legend, along with the order, now long forgotten. Once again, darkness seems to grow, yet even if it were to get stronger, borrowed time is all it's got. Those new of the dark believe they are past the prime of that fearful might. Witches return, and beasts again once feel bold enough to prey, as they stand not so afraid to step out of darkness and into sight. Legends of old return to mind as new tales of their beastly antics once again arise. New tales of missing persons, slaughtered campers found deep in the wilderness, in pools of gory demise. Unknown beings return to hunt humans, strange sights in the sky, testing to see if there would be any opposition. As decades in past, a single sighting would have begun wars of attrition. Now man, in all its educational glory, knows not the names of these beings. The tactics of old, how to bleed them are long forgotten. We, wrapped up in our own homemade world, cannot see beyond our rules and orders, as we stand not knowing the increasing dangers that continue to unfurl. We were once rulers and conquerors of old. Now not even great kings stand in these dark times placed upon us by our lack to stand. While strong effort has grown meek as new spirit of man seeking only selfish desire and the church tainted and weak. Darkness will rule, or once again man will realize he is his own aid. Now, dear man, do you have the heart to pick up the blade?